Hey guys, it's me, Toa BionicleFactory. This is a new series called the Rebooted Reviews. I'll just be reviewing newer stuff as it comes out, like Bionicle 2015. So today we'll be reviewing set number 70785, Pohatu Master of Stone, and this set contains 66 pieces. First thing we're going to do is take a look at the box. Now, the box features Pohatu Bionicle logo, which has speckles of light blue, which is interesting. Lego logo, Masco creation. Skull Spider, don't eat the pieces. Pohatu's name, golden mask, all that lovely stuff here. A comic, and it's the same comic in the instructions, just minus 2 panels. All this lovely stuff on the bottom. Actual size ratio, pretty much correct. Combiner, Lego logo, functions. It has, hold on. Sorry, Pohatu. It has this little tab for hanging in stores. And it's a lot thinner than normal Lego boxes. Hey guys, I'm back. Duty called. Duty as in the 3 virtues, not duty as in the toilet. So next thing is the instructions. Lego Bionicle logo, set number, Pohatu, golden mask, Skull Spider, warning, Lego.com. The same comic with extra panels. It's the same basic plot in each of the Toas. Protector is protecting golden mask. Protector gets taken over by Skull Spider. Pohatu races over, grabs golden mask, wears it, turns into adrenaline mode, frees Protector, fights off Skull Spider, gets Protector's weapons. That's the exact same thing on all the Toa's comics. So now for Pohatu himself. I'm going to start with his color scheme. Pohatu has a very consistent color scheme, consisting of silver, burnt orange, and this greenish yellow color. So that's nice. It's a little bit interesting how they didn't include more of the burnt orange. On the back, a little bit of a color scheme breaker is the the yellow gear that's saying, "Hey kids, this is where you turn to make stuff move." Blue pin, but it's not too big of an issue. Something to note is that Huki from 2001 actually had this exact same color, I believe. Yeah, same color. Definite difference. Don't you see the difference? And then you got this. I got an orange piece, so you can see the difference between those two. So it's kind of like a cross between his original color of brown and his 2008 color of orange. What now? Yes. Now, taking a look at Pohatu's legs, he has silver feet, and he has this nice bone. I really like this color for a bone. And then he has these knee pads, which definitely help with the armor a lot. And on his feet, he has his, I believe they're called in this mode, jetterangs, which enable him to fly. So that's cool. All of the Toa's normal modes help them with transportation, but believe the little 1 minute 30-second animations, not the box art, because the box art for everyone except for whoops, sorry about that, guys. The batteries died. Anyway, as I was saying, the box art for everybody except for Tahu and Gali feature their adrenaline mode as their normal mode, and that's weird. So, I guess Lego just decided to put whichever one looked coolest on the front, rather than having the story content be the priority, which kind of makes sense because LEGO flourishes more on the sets themselves rather than the story. Not flourishes, flourishes. Sorry. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. This is the first time I've done a formal review. Anyway, back to Pohatu. His legs are the exact same. I don't think any of the Toa's legs are asymmetrical, like some of the legs were back in HF. Oh, I'm blocking the light. So, he has a little bit of a stability issue with the boomerangs on his feet. And, hold on, move the camera down. A little bit of a stability issue, not sure, with the boomerangs on his feet, as I said. I'm repeating myself. I'm so sorry, everybody. The jetterangs on his feet, it's hard to get them to not mess with each other because they're so wide that it kind of makes him have to awkwardly stand with his legs really far apart. Now, you can fix the stability issue by folding them up like that, which is how he has them in the animations when he's just walking. So that kind of fixes the stability issue. But Pohatu, in his normal mode, is not left defenseless. Hold on, let me move up the camera again. That's better. He has this Gurak staff piece, which LEGO, I'm not sure if they resurrected it, or it's always been there still, because it's still compatible with the system. Because it's not like the Inika and Paraka torsos, where those were pretty much strictly Bionicle. So he can use, that's his weapon in this mode, and he can use this weapon, hold on, there we go, using the gear function, and you'll notice that it is a lot more friction than the Mata sets, or the Mata and the Nuva and Taka Nuva, and any of the gear functions, come to think of it, from the old days of Bionicle. If you haven't noticed already, I'm sniffling a little bit of a cold, so sorry about that. Pohatu has the yellowish-greenish eyes, and he had this color in 2008 along with all of his other brothers and sister. Something to note is that this color also carried over to, like I said, here, and this arm, and it's kind of like sulfur or minerals, because, you know, stone, and then these are kind of like bones, but they're kind of random and could be color scheme breakers, depending on your opinion. They personally don't bother me a whole lot. Something really cool is that these pieces look a lot like Toa Mata torsos, so that's cool that they did that. Also, we get some recolors and stuff like that in the set, and new pieces. New pieces include the Skull Spider. Well, the whole thing is all made of new parts. Oops, sorry, Pohatu. This leg is a new part. The mask/body is a new part. And Pohatu has a Metru blue, dark blue version with a stinger tail. So that's cool. More new parts include the boomerang pieces and his golden mask and his normal mask, the gearbox assembly, the thing that's the actual box of the, oh shoot. See, this is what I'm talking about with the stability issues. It could just be because I'm not paying attention, because I'm just looking at the camera. I can only see what you can see. I have to look awkwardly in order to pose him well. This arm is all silver. As far as recolors go, these 4 long armor pieces in burnt orange, that's a recolor. The aforementioned yellowish-greenish bone pieces, those are recolors. His chest piece is a new recolor with some printing. It looks kind of scribbly and abstract, but it doesn't ruin his symmetricality because he's already asymmetrical. Like with Tahu, his is asymmetrical, but the rest of him is symmetrical. So, another thing that's interesting is that this arm is locked in place, meaning, as you saw before, this arm is the only one with a gear function. So, another function is that you can launch off his mask. Let's see if I can catch it. And I didn't catch it. Using this thing on the back. Now, this thing is quite clever, but quite simple. It only tips out if you tilt it forward. And unlike in the olden days of BIONICLE, you can see this one's a bit broken, but it always attached through the mouth, like this. Hold on. Let me actually get the Mictorian head. Like that. But these new sets attach using these little pegs on the inside of the masks, and kind of like their ears, I guess. So, they're not sucking on pegs, I guess you could say. They don't have a peg perpetually in their mouth. Now, when Pohatu's mask is off, he's vulnerable to the skull spider that I already mentioned that's included in the set. Now, to attach the skull spider, it's recommended that you wrap the legs around, and in order for the best results, just remove the head altogether. And then what I do is I do the bottom legs first so they'll fit better, then do this leg, then do that leg, and then you put it on. There we go. The character. Now it does restrict head movement because of the bottom legs. And this does kind of look menacing, but I don't really think the Metro Blue blends well with Pohatu's color scheme. Well, like for Liwa, it looked a little bit better, in my opinion, but not for Pohatu. But you can sort of... No, you can't launch off the mask. You can remove these legs. You know, just use your hands. It's not a good idea when the legs are wrapped around to try and use the mask launching function. So, that out of the way. Now, this set also comes with a golden mask, which is a convenience because back in the olden days of 2002, you had to get these and hunt these down in mask packs, and that I didn't live through. Well, I did, but I had no knowledge of BIONICLE, so for the kids of those days, it was really hard to get all 6 masks because it was all blind polybags or boxes. There was 2 variants, so yeah. Bit convenient. Oh yeah, and something I forgot to mention is that the Skull Spider plus a Toa means conflict in the box, which is in every single set except for loss. So these 2 are the exact same, and Pohatu can put on the golden mask, and this actually enables him to use his adrenaline mode. So you take this and you plug it into this peg on the back, if I can get it to... There we go. Then you take the boomerangs, or the jetterangs off his feet, hopefully in one piece. Something that I've noticed when trying to take them on and off is they keep coming apart, but that's just for Boomerang. And I have to say, this mode looks a lot better than the other one. It's a lot less awkward. So, just gonna go get the Skull Spider. And I believe they do return to him if the character animations, though non-canon, show us anything. And the golden mask doesn't actually look too bad on Pohatu. I guess just this color, the burnt orange, blends well with gold, because he doesn't look too bad. I think he looks really good. And these actually also call back to BIONICLE, although LEGOs use these parts a lot more, using the Borak eyes. So, that just about concludes this review. Almost. Sorry. Something to note is that these ball joints are exposed. All the Toa have this exact same problem, except for Kopaka and kind of Liwa, because his armor kind of covers it up just a little bit. For some people, this can be an eyesore. For some people, this can be an eyesore. For some people, the blue pin can be an eyesore. And some people might not like all the silver. Also, open pins, but these are necessary for the function and to keep the weapons together. So it's kind of not able to be avoided. I personally like this set. I'd recommend it just like any other set that I've purchased. Don't know when the next episode's gonna be. Yeah. Thank you for watching. If this is the first video you've seen by us at Silly PPL Productions, then subscribe, share it with your friends, because we won't get any more subscribers if you don't share it with people. It's just how it works. Thank you again for watching. Leave a like, add to your playlists, and I'll see you next time. Bye.